You're in this room with all these women who are running businesses. How did it transition from, okay, I might do a bit of social media there, or I might write a blog post here, or, do some copy for somebody, write some courses, to, okay, I'm going to coach women how to be that best version of themselves and to get their business to where they want it to be? What was that transition like?
So essentially, I built quite quickly a content creation business that met that target and exceeded it that I'd set myself. And I had money, I had clients, and I was busy all of the time. And that was great, but it a bit like actually finding myself in teaching. Now I'm sitting here looking at it, like it wasn't the direction I'd planned, and I ended up there. And what I found when I was in that space, and I was predominantly, I wasn't just helping women with content, I did other bits too, but I was predominantly working with women who had their own businesses who were doing social content. And what I found was that part of me that was really good in the classroom at bringing out the best in somebody so that they could achieve more, that part was there too. And I always say, like, if I could get a room of 16-year-old boys who did not give a shit about getting a C at GCSE English, not just to get that C, but to care about getting that C, like I could help you get that thing that you can't stop thinking about. And I saw myself doing it. Now, the reality was that I had a whole load of stories in my own head about who was I? Who was I to do that? Who was I to coach other people? Who was I to help other people with their business? Like I say, I've never even worked in a business. But whilst I help women with their business, like I'm not a business coach. I'm somebody who helps you to take your vision, your dream, that itch that you can't quite scratch, and turn it into a life that looks and feels good through the process of building your business. And for a long time, I was selling people content and I was doing content with people and then giving them the coaching.
Yeah. So it's kind of, you couldn't help yourself. It was just, it wanted to come out of you.
Yeah. And like I'm somebody who, like I say, first thing I did for building a business was I went and got in the room. And since I've started, like I invested in my own coach who I've worked with for I think nearly 4 years now. I've been in masterminds, I've been in other communities, etc. And I've always put myself in that space where I wanted to learn from and grow from working with other people, because I saw the opportunity in like, I'm creating this thing from scratch. Why would I not want to find out everything about how I could do that to the best of my ability? And yet, whilst I was doing that thing that was coming out of me, I told myself a whole load of stories about who I was to do that. Like, you're not a coach. Like, you haven't got the experience in business. You are not somebody who other people look up to. For example, like I told myself all of these stories, and yet I could see, and more importantly, I could feel in those interactions that this was like my power. And every time I tried to run from it, it kind of came back stronger. Um, and I essentially had to have like a bit of a talk with myself of like, you can keep running from this, but you're not going to escape it. Like, it's going to keep coming for you.